Las Vegas.
Do your best attempt at that guy.
This is the first time we've forgotten to turn on the lights.
Oh. Hey. Oh god, that's a massive difference.
It really is.
Yeah. It felt the vibes felt a bit off actually.
Yes.
Now it's feeling.
Now it's electric.
Now we're buzzing.
We're not live from Las Vegas. That was me playing around a bit.
You were having quite the joke with me.
We're still in the studio that we've done it in pretty much every episode.
Yeah. Quite the fool you made of me. Silly old Andrew. North Korea is dropping balloons of rubbish on South Korea.
Now, in the art of war, I don't know what that kind of...
Phase 4. It's naval attack and then airborne rubbish attack. But
I've had a friend who went out to South Korea, and it seems like North Korea, their kind of tactic over the last 40 years has been to be incredibly petulant.
Yeah. Just kind of
well, it's more
shit-housing?
South Korea don't get involved in the shithousery. They often act like the bigger guy. And North Korea,
which is fair,
there's a lot of like...
Yeah.
You know?
Well... it's a breaking story.
Yeah.
North Korea has dropped at least 260 balloons carrying rubbish. They're quite big as well. They're not small balloons. They're not like
the
personal.
balloons are big, but the rubbish isn't that big if you think about it. It's not like it would be like a genuine sanitation solution, right?
Do you think it's a sanitation solution?
Not sanitation. What's it called? Rubbish waste disposal.
Solution. Same thing. I'm just like, I'm not sure. I think they're probably
there's not enough packets of. What would be interesting is if they actually used it as a way of cleaning, like it was a green initiative.
So you're saying this is an accident?
No, I'm saying that it's
not very green if it lands.
It's a middle finger. It's not.
Yeah. Well,
it's not like a proper tactic.
But if
morale.
Yeah. How could it be
emotional?
How could it be a proper tactic?
Well, if they got enough rubbish.
Yeah, but it's landing on the earth. So if you're trying to combat global warming, you can't just like move rubbish to
the Hermit Kingdom gives a fuck.
Well, therefore, how could it be?
Because it's environmental warfare.
Therefore, of course, it's
a green solution for North Korea because it gets rubbish off North Korean streets onto South Korean streets.
It's more of a hygiene issue rather than the climate change issue. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to solve climate change. It might make their streets look nicer.
I guess the Western view of climate change is a very globalist approach. But if you could have national climate change.
Right, yeah.
Where it's like,
okay, we're doing fine.
Yeah, keep Britain green and then everyone else.
And then everyone else could get fucked. And then we might have a chance.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. North Korea has dropped at least 260 balloons carrying rubbish in the south, prompting authorities to warn its residents to stay indoors. South Korea's military has cautioned the public against touching the white balloons and the plastic bags attached to them because they contain filthy waste and trash. The balloons have been found in 8 of 9 provinces in South Korea. That's
what most of the provinces.
That's almost all of South Korea. That's whatever 8/9 of South Korea is. That's amazing. Have used balloons in their propaganda. They've done that previously, but now balloons are pretty common for that. But now they're just chucking like rubbish.
Well, that's what's different. The propaganda, they've been doing that for a while. You get it.
That's fair.
South Korea.
You might turn some heads.
Yeah, South Korea.
I don't think they're saying "fuck you," are they?
They're saying the propaganda would be.
Well, they're saying you're being lied to. North Korea is the right way.
South Koreans drool.
They're not saying
North
you
Koreans
suck.
drool.
They're not saying you suck, losers. That's the most pointless propaganda ever. You're shit. We hate you. Well, that's excellent. That's really good stuff.
But then with the rubbish stuff, that is just a stinky. Yeah, isn't it?
Stinky la la.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it seems to be just that is a fuck you.
Yeah.
They're checking whether there's propaganda within it. But then
in my head,
if there's propaganda being like North Korea's right, South Korea's wrong, but it's contained within a balloon of rubbish, I'm not exactly going to be like, that's the one to go for.
Yeah. I still like the idea that it's a green initiative by a border town on North Korea.
Well, maybe they thought...
Like they ran on that policy to get voted to local council.
We will clean up the town with balloons,
huge balloons,
with 20
small
balloons,
packages of rubbish.
260 balloons. Maybe they thought that the balloons would go into space and off. But instead, they landed in 8 of 9. They only made it to South Korea.
Yeah.
8 of 9 South Korea.
Well, that seems like a very happy accident for them. That it's also an act of war, It's
a win-win. But it reminds me of the long-lost clip of this podcast of when we were discussing someone threatening to send elephants to somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a similar part.
The lost files.
Yeah, the lost files. It's one of the best bits we've done, and it's gone.
And the audio wasn't recorded.
20 minutes gone, and then you just don't have the heart to do it again.
The news story was, and it's more about how it changes your view of elephants. And I have thought about it a lot.
We spent a lot of our time about our perceptions of African animals.
It was a real paradigm shift with how to view elephants.
Yeah, and we're always looking for that.
Botswana, which has the most elephants of anywhere per capita in the world, they basically have a lot of Western woke countries have come in with almost an imperial mindset saying, stop hunting your elephant. We love elephants. We name our children's classes after elephants.
Yeah.
We have drawings of elephants.
This is the Botswanans, or
no? This is the West.
The West.
This is the Germans.
Stop
this is
killing your
people-
elephants. Yeah, we've got Nelly
on their high horse or their high. What would be a horse in the West?
high elephant.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, that was right there, really.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that, but then they're not on the high elephant because they don't have elephant. Part of this analogy.
We're on the high horse, but we don't have the elephants.
So we're still looking up at them on their high
So
elephants.
I suppose it would have to be a high horse then.
Yeah, it would be.
What fun podcasting.
I had that.
That was really
I had
fun.
that in a split second.
We could have just gone high elephant. No one would have thought about it. We would have moved on.
Well, they need to learn, Andrew.
That's true. We're here to educate more than anything.
And basically, the Botswanan environmental minister said,
Name
if you
him.
think Oliver...
Name and shame him. Put him on record now. Go on.
Jeff Kitchen.
Jeff Kitchen. Jeff Kitchen's actually the man who died in an airplane from a heart attack recently, who we can't seem to give a break. To be discussed.
He's lived a very coloured life.
So the Botswanan environmental minister,
What he said,
Jeff Kitchen.
Yeah, Jeff Kitchen, in response to this, he said, well, how would you like it if we sent 10,000 elephants to Hyde Park? Then we'll see how much you fucking like elephants. Right?
It's an excellent response, because I thought I liked elephants, but that's the equivalent of me liking elephants.
Yeah.
And then Jeff Kitchen, the Botswanan environmental minister, saying, "How about we send one elephant to your garden?" And that's too many elephants in my garden, as is however many elephants he said to Hyde Park.
Yeah, so it's basically because of conservation efforts, elephants have proliferated so much.
Yeah.
That they are basically a rodent.
It's like goats in Minorca.
Yeah, well, there are way too many goats.
Too many goats.
Were there?
The English introduced goats into Minorca,
Really?
amongst other things.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
Culture.
Milk. Fur. They introduced too many goats. No.
Too many goats. Too many goats. It's more that.
They
isn't
do
it?
scream, don't they? Fucking hell, mate. No, I think probably one goat escaped. And then now there's just like loads of wild goats around Minorca. And so they're the largest mammals in Minorca. So I know the podcast has been quite Minorca heavy recently. But I haven't shut up about it for 2 weeks. So they're the largest mammals there. They've got no predators, and it's just like luscious green landscape. So they're laughing. So they're people are having to go around and kill them. They're having to kill some goats.
Well, it's like feral hogs in America. You heard about the
I
feral
feel like
hogs?
feral is an unnecessary adjective, but I suppose it's scientific in this context.
Yeah, when you see these hogs,
they're feral.
distinct from the hogs we
would
love.
A hog would be like, but a feral hog would be like,
yeah,
exactly
genuinely.
that.
You got it.
right, okay,
That's it. They kind of got like a mohawk.
A craze.
And like the craze.
Yeah. It's like they've just woken up but are angry about it.
And so I don't know what your views on hunting are now.
Feral hogs.
Well, so like a lot of Americans, they're in helicopters with automatic machine guns taking down feral hogs.
But is that for a purpose for there's too many hogs?
Yeah, there is a lot of hogs.
Then if there's too many hogs, then you've got to do it.
Yeah, that's kind of my view. And I also think we live in a part of the world where there's just not many animals.
No.
So it's very easy. And to be honest, Britain is one of the great animal-loving countries, even though we have few.
I'm sure we have a terrible. I'm sure someone's.
No, for like animal charities, for dog ownership, it's a big repression of emotions expressed through love of dogs.
Makes sense.
We treat dogs better than the Mediterranean.
We treat dogs.
That's true. You don't see them kick a dog in the same way.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So there is
true,
but I do think that there comes a moral high ground, but then we don't really have to deal with animals as a nuisance. That's partly where
the biggest one we've had to deal with is the squirrel, which doesn't present much of a challenge. Although I think they're getting more and more confident, and that's saying something because squirrels are already.
I've always said the East London squirrel is the most confident of all squirrels I've come across.
Okay,
it's an urban squirrel that I just think they're the most socialised.
Agreed.
I've seen.
But I've seen you might be sat down and they might wander up and be a little bit cheeky at times. Yeah. I'm talking about them not moving out the way for me.
Racial slurs.
Very
problematic.
Laughing at my nose is I'm trying to go about my day. But No, they don't move away. Like they'll be in the middle of the road and they'll just stand there. And
incredibly confident.
I have to move for the squirrel.
Yeah.
That was the first time that happened was today. I had to move for a squirrel. But
and then if a Botswanan was like, well, you got to let the squirrel go on his natural path and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, how would you like it if we
How would you like it? We sent you... I don't even know how many squirrels.
Loads,
probably a million. Probably 1 million squirrels in one of your national parks.
It's got a lot of room.
Botswana National Park.
Yeah. So I guess that's probably why it's easy for us to judge the feral hog killing, but we just don't have any problems.
Am I judging the feral hog?
No,
should I?
I think that's probably like, I can imagine a lot of cuck Brits would be like, stop mowing down.
stop mowing down the hogs.
Feral hogs.
Yeah, well, and if it's for the, for the overall ecosystem.
Well, we got fox hunting here.
Yeah, but that's for sport and pleasure. And that's...
so don't enjoy it. Is that the...
Yeah.
But what
don't
about,
do it for sport.
What about 2 birds, 1 stone?
Now that is
what about 1,000 hogs, 1 automatic machine gun? Because if shooting feral hogs from a helicopter with an automatic machine gun might sound like one of the funnest things I've ever... That's kind of awesome. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So it's not... It might be a secondary outcome. It's not the primary outcome.
Because that also seems like one of the more practical ways to...
Kill a hog.
Kill hogs. Is from the air with an automatic machine gun.
Of course it is, yeah.
So what if you're having an awesome time there? Would you say don't wear a flaming bandana?
Yes.
And do this while you're doing it? Is that the kind of...
You can't have... Oh, what's that song?
Flight of the Valkyries.
Flight of the Valkyries on. In the background. Yeah.
So it's got to be business. You've got to be like a councilman. It's like litter picking.
Do it in a suit.
Yeah. I'm starting to enjoy it even more now.
Yeah, there's like a James Bond about it, isn't it?
Hitman.
Yeah, Hitman. Bald barcode. killing the helicopter pilot, taking his disguise for no reason. The game doesn't make sense. I'm furious at it. No, the secondary. There's going to be some enjoyment as a consequence, right?
Yeah.
As long as it's not the primary.
But that's collateral damage. That's is enjoying yourself hunting.
If you're pardon, yeah, it's exactly that.
And so the problem with fox hunting is that so much about enjoyment, so little about hunting.
Well, no, it's not. Hunting itself is hunting, right?
Yeah.
So with this, again, I'm taking all of your word for this feral hog situation. The last time I heard feral hog, it was, you don't want to know what it was.
It's bad. But I'm surprised that they don't eat more feral hogs. That seems like the solution, right? Because I see Texas, they love barbecue, but I bet they're getting their food imported,
it's
a lot of battery.
It's fairness. You don't want to eat a hog that looks like he's got, just got out of bed and he's angry.
But
hold on, which hog do you want to eat? Or...
Yeah, no, I'd prefer the other one. But I'm saying, like, if there's... For what about communities can't afford...
Feral implies some sort
protein.
Of rabies to me.
You can wash them.
You can't eat rabid meat. Rabid meat.
No, they're not all rabid. Just because, No, I think
feral
that's...
doesn't sound like
you
a
can
meat.
Basically, you can eat feral hogs, but it doesn't seem like they are appearing on many menus whenever I see... I'm not that I'm in Texas all the time, but...
Can you eat feral hog? Can you eat wild hog? In short, hell yeah. America's I presume feral will mean wild. Kind of, yeah. Feral, though.
And apparently, no, because I heard some people talk about it on the podcast and they said that feral hog's delicious.
Can be feral. Do you know what I mean? It's an interesting
That's
point.
how you feel.
Yeah, no, I know it's not true.
It's not
That's what I think. I literally said I feel.
Fine.
Yeah, I feel marsupials.
I thought you were saying it as one of the most insane.
Marsupials going to be feral whilst discussing feral hogs. No, the point is the hunting point. The hunting is the hunting. Yeah. It's that you either go hunting for enjoyment or out of necessity. So the necessity can be for food, or I know you can eat mushrooms, whatever, or it can be to
that's foraging.
Yeah,
mushroom hunting.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a guy who does forage tours around here.
I know.
Do you know about him?
Yeah,
He's on Instagram.
I think I've seen him.
Yeah, he goes around Tower Hamlets Century Park. He leads crews of people.
And just like leads them to wild garlic.
Yeah.
Not for me. No. Actually, my stepbrother went on one of those.
Did he?
That was his Christmas present.
I'd rather shoot feral hogs from a helicopter, actually.
Way more my yes. Go to Texas in a helicopter sniping hogs.
I would probably have 2 Uzis. That's probably how I'd want to...
Mounted.
Like, it's not even... Because you don't even have a scope.
There's so much spray. So little accuracy. So little regard for the wildlife around the hogs. Doing it under the false veil of the protecting of the biosphere.
There's so little, like...
Just, you kill like 2. There's very few hog killing.
And then when I run out, another fresh pair of Uzi.
I think part of the problem, so that's, the hunting is the hunting, and necessity are out of need. So this is for sport. Sport is the one you shouldn't do it for, right? That's kind of the agreement.
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's an it's an interesting moral conundrum. But like fox hunting, I think there's the sport problem. I don't know why I started with that. That's rude, isn't it? And it's unnecessary. Starts with the sport problem. I just really jazzed up. Starts with the sport problem because it's like, why are you unnecessarily killing this wildlife?
Yeah.
The second is they look like losers and nonces with these big hats, and they're all posh people, and the class thing goes into it. Because it's really upper class to do it, and they all look like dickheads. And the third thing is it is unnecessarily cruel because like they release the dogs, and the dogs basically kill them, and then they just like pop them one in the head.
It is nice seeing that many pretty dogs in one place. That's all. That's the one thing I will say.
Okay, interesting.
You know what I mean? I saw a video recently. And there was 200 gorgeously bred, healthy dogs, and I like to see that.
It's good to see dogs. I suggest Crufts. Instead of going to various fields across Lincolnshire.
Yeah. That's the only thing.
They wear like the hats, don't they? And they look like some fucking losers, some ponces. They look
Poncy posh boys.
Ponzos.
Yeah.
Glip, glap, glopping along in their waistcoats.
So you think hunting should be more dressed up as Guy Fieri? And
small sunglasses. Small sunglasses.
Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
Brad,
loads of wristbands.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, 100%.
Not tally-ho.
Good speed, old friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about your anniversary? Is that all right?
It hasn't happened yet. It's happening tomorrow. Okay. So I think it's one of those things. Anniversary, they're like, the boyfriend generally plans it. I think. I know. It's like, I guess so.
Well, I guess it's more like not that you. It's interesting. The boyfriend plans it not because the boyfriend would plan it better, but it's because the boyfriend cares less, and it's a sign of making that jump, right?
Clip it,
isn't it?
Clip it. It's probably 100% true.
Yeah.
Or like the girls want to see you show care.
Yes.
Like overtly show care. And we'll do it worse. Exactly. So it depends because like I don't know. I might have absolutely missed the bag here or I've nailed it.
Because when this comes out, it will be over. It's happened.
It will be over. Is that it's not like you could do a romantic one. Could get a gondola in Little Venice, although I've heard that's really bad apparently.
Where's Little Venice?
It's in London somewhere.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a Little Venice in London. Oh, I've heard about it. Yeah. And you can get a gondola in there.
You'd hope so. Yeah. Otherwise, it's not Little Venice in my book. You can't get a gondola.
A small gondola.
A gondola. Same word. Same word, Andrew. You've just done a different what you were looking accent. For. A gondolittle.
Yeah.
A gondolo. No, forget it. Yeah. Gondolittle's the best we're going to get. Yeah. So you could take around Little Venice, get a gondolittle. Doesn't sound great together. Maybe a nice romantic dinner out. You can book. I don't know. Go around those Kew Gardens. Kew Gardens. Smell the flowers. Yeah. We're doing a bottomless brunch at Las Iguanas, and then going and doing an escape room.
Yeah. Well, if Andrew's organising something, it's going to be bottomless. It's going over the kind of the last places he went just before the divorce. It's kind of like all the hit points immediately post-divorce. You choose when you book something. It's where does a dad take his kids after week 2 after the divorce.
I'll stop inviting you to bowling then. That's what it sounded like. Sounds like you're complaining for somebody who says yes quite a lot. Frankie and Benny's. When was the last time I went to Frankie and Benny's?
I don't know, but it feels like you're taking it.
I am going to View Stratford tonight. I'm not like an everyman kind of guy. No, View Stratford is the fucking best.
Doesn't surprise me. Las Iguanas, bottomless brunch.
Yeah, Las Iguanas is the bad point. I'm not happy about that.
A lot of light blue cocktails, I imagine.
It's in fucking Westfields as well. Bleak.
God, that's double whammy. I've been to that. It's right opposite the View Stratford.
Oh my God,
it's literally you're going
there tonight. Yeah. I can scope it out. No, it was Stratford. I was disappointed about that, but it was the only the escape rooms and fucking £1 billion.
Are they?
Well,
so have you ever done an escape room?
No.
Well, I'll be interested to hear back.
Isn't it funny to do one pissed?
Yes.
That's the plan?
Yeah. That's fun.
And when we play games,
people say I do escape room, I'm like loser. Then I'll beat someone who's not a loser. They love escape rooms, so it's becoming unclear.
You can't do it as a hobby. This is the first time we've done one, and we shan't be doing them again.
Well, you don't know.
I know.
Yeah.
No, because you can't be the people that do escape rooms. I was reading the reviews for different escape rooms, and there are those who have gone around the country doing different escape rooms.
People love escape rooms.
And you don't want to be like those people.
Well, I think a lot listen to the podcast.
The spy story was really informative, and it was actually challenging. Yeah.
The build quality.
I wouldn't say so. People would go and they'd come from like Norwich to do the 3 escape rooms of this specific thing. Yeah. And there'll be like 3 rooms within this place, and they'll be like, I wouldn't recommend doing the horror one on an empty stomach.
It's like a pilgrimage to
it wasn't
Mecca.
Quite exactly, yeah.
For people from Norwich.
Yeah. Well, annoyingly, again, we live in
a bubble.
In a bubble, and sometimes it's important to pop that bubble to remind us of what's outside the bubble.
An escape room
is a metaphor for popping the bubble, isn't it? It's me
so
saying...
you're trying to escape out of your bubble?
I'm trying to escape out of our bubble. I'm saying, look, we're trapped in the same cycles. Let's pop that by solving different riddles and puzzles.
Yeah.
No, I'm overall... and annoyingly, we live around East London, and we're going from Stratford to Aldgate East.
Okay.
Which isn't good. I feel like that's...
It's not bad.
But it's
18 minutes
train
journey.
I'm saying it's too small.
Oh.
For like an anniversary. The first bottomless brunch but you don't want to go down Stratford is a terrible place to go for an anniversary.
Agreed.
Aldgate East fine, but like we're going into an escape room. So then we're not going to be... And it's like the business district, isn't it?
But it feels like your point was the shortness of train journey from Stratford to Aldgate East isn't romantic.
More the lack of distance from my house.
Oh, I see. It's the effort thing again, I guess.
Well, no, annoyingly, so I initially booked a bottomless brunch at Las Iguanas, but on the South Bank. So I was like, I'll find something
so
that's
you thought you were better than other people.
I started thinking I was better than everyone, and then I looked for a bit, and I was like, oh no, I'm not. I'm worse than everyone. I've just moved it to Westfield, same booking, and then just booked an escape room. Well, because I thought there might be something on.
You're surprising her with this?
No, she knows.
She knows, okay.
She knows it's not something you surprise them with. It's not an event. I've done some surprises. This is not an event that you surprise them.
The Las Iguanas bottomless.
At all. Because it'll be like... I'm not going to tell you anything.
Well,
I'm not going to tell you anything, but meet me at Stratford Westfield. That sounds awful. For anyone that doesn't know, it's just like this massive shopping mall.
So how long is a bottomless brunch?
Only there for an hour and a half, and it's just like loose the wheels a bit. It's not going to be... You don't have to go nuts on it.
Are you going to go nuts on it?
Of course. I'm going to be absolutely larripped at 11 a.m. It's going to be great. Got the day off for it. I've got the day off. Yeah. She's a drinker as well. Yeah. We're going to have some fun. And then I want to be like really scared in the escape room, like terrified, forgetting that we're actually in a game and like this is actually happening to us.
You're going to cause carnage. Well, I also let me know what the kind of person who runs an escape room is like. I want to see what's the difference between the person who runs an escape room and the person who runs a paintball course.
So, do you want to know the difference? I can already tell.
Okay.
Male, paintball course male, 32, beard, likes camping but doesn't like...
Monster Energy drink.
Doesn't like climbing mountains. He likes camping but he doesn't want to climb mountains.
Okay.
Monster Energy drink, yes, but also coffee.
Waterproof matches.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. Waterproof match, yeah. Well, he's running a paintball. It's a reputable establishment.
Yeah.
That's him. Escape room is more for the galleys. It's a 25-year-old girl who is maybe interested in being an actress, and he found this job when she moved to London. It's a bit of fun, and she isn't going to let go of it for a while.
I don't. Yeah, maybe that close to the centre of London, you'd get some. But I don't think that's the.
What do you reckon?
That's the type. I think they're similar. I think it's still neckbeardy sort of vibes. Right.
Move to the left corner. You'll see a sarcophagi.
Yeah. That's how I'm imagining it. But please let me know who runs that. But I do think maybe because it's so. It might be one of those trendy, like when you go to.
Well, it's meant to be. It's got very high. I've spent a lot of money on it. I didn't spend a lot. To be honest, I was astonished of how generally expensive they were.
What's the kind of price range?
I can't even remember. I remember being annoyed. Ballpark over 100 quid.
Really?
Yeah.
For how long? How much entertainment are you getting?
Bloody depends, doesn't it? How good you are. Maximum an hour.
That's a lot of money.
There's a lot that goes into an escape room. In fairness, but it's per person.
£100 per person?
No. Sorry, as in it was £50 per person. Fine. And I've, being the gentleman that I am.
I guess, but it's like paying 50 quid for like a live music ticket. That's like an hour's entertainment. More so.
Yeah, but yeah.
But then you're just doing that. I guess it's being locked in a cupboard.
Locked in a cupboard. with a neck-bearded man shouting instructions at you.
I guess a lot goes on. That is a lot.
Getting increasingly frustrated at the woman you love on the anniversary.
So I guess it's quite an elite thing to do at escape room. It's the fancy.
I think the most an escape room used is for like team building at work.
Yeah.
I'd hate that. Actually, I'd prefer it to face painting.
Fox hunting. That'd be good team building. Get all dressed up.
Wild boar culling.
Yeah. I mean, that would be incredible team bonding.
It would be fun to have a cull. If we had in England, like...
Something that needs to be culled.
Guys, there's
Rabbits
too many.
Are the closest to needing culling.
So if they were like, everyone could get a license for a BB gun. Go and get one, everyone who can. And then like just, if you see a rabbit, just fucking do it because there's too many. Because it'll be sad. I'm a big animal lover.
That's like the genocide in Indonesia.
But if you see them as like zombies, then it's like, oh, that's our own little zombie apocalypse, but with very low stakes.
Well, you want like a everyone. You have 24 hours to kill as many rabbits as you want.
So I want the purge.
Yeah. But for rabbits.
But I want it to be like, guys, the rabbits are killing everything. They're awful.
Yeah, eating all the carrots.
The only way we've
got no carrots.
There's no carrots left. I just had a carrot. I shit you not. Unbelievable.
I believe you.
Honestly, this is astonishing. So, but I want it to be like if the rabbits,
if the carrot don't fit,
if the carrot don't,
he must quit. That's him. That's him defending himself.
Is that the rabbit? That's the rabbit lawyer. The representative of the rabbit class, the class representative of the rabbits.
Well, he'd be half rabbit, half human. He's sort of a spirit medium, like a Native American,
like an avatar
in a suit.
Like, oh, you didn't see the Legend of Korra, but
I did.
But that's happens at the end of the Legend of Korra.
I didn't see the very end. I think I got halfway through the last season.
Understandable. It doesn't quite maintain.
No, it doesn't. But it was good to get off the ground.
100%.
Did you finish the live action?
No, I watched 2 episodes because it was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's a real shame. Yeah. I mean, the amount of time we talked about it in the lead up to it coming out, and the amount of time compared to the amount of time we talked about it when it was on, it's nothing. And I think
it was a damp squib.
Silence is deafening.
It is.
That was our review was silence, which is deafening.
They have blood on their hands.
They really fucking do, but they're not the first to have blood on their hands. Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
More like M. Night Silly Man. His films are a bit silly.
What? You're saying old is silly?
Well, I was actually not talking about old.
Old.
Still haven't seen it.
No, the beach. That feels like I don't know.
What's the concept for people who don't know it? It's a
beach that you age really quickly on, and it's a horror film.
Yeah, it's
so like a family go on like a fun holiday, and in the trailer,
sand castles.
The first time you see the kind of horror elements is where the 6-year-old boy goes, "Mom," and then it cuts, and he's 18 years old.
It sounds like so much fun because he's definitely it's not a joke at all. He's taking it so sincerely.
Well, the poster,
it's like the basis of a comedy.
Yeah. And it's called Old.
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 Oh, all of it. No, they're not all wild.
Old. But that's not like I think he thinks it's kind of like badass and dramatic, but that's old.
It's awful.
Old.
It sounds awful.
Old's a terrible word.
Old. What happens on the beach? They get old. They get old.
The poster. You remember the poster?
Was it someone with a skeleton?
Well, one leg is young, one leg is old.
Well, wasn't it a skeleton?
Yeah, one leg is a skeleton's leg.
But then that's not fair because then I'm like, that should be called dead. You need like one pure? What a horrible word I just found.
Pure.
One pure young supple leg with the blood of a 6-year-old unplenished. You want one young leg and another wrinkly. Simple, non-wrinkle and wrinkle. It's a non-wrinkle-wrinkle ratio and he's missed it.
Yeah.
He's missed it. I haven't seen it. I'd love to. It's a good one to watch on a Friday night.
Yes. A Friday night, you're saying?
A Friday night. Friday night watch.
Yeah, I think that's a hangover watch that Old.
Well, we nearly watched it on the way back from the Cotswolds. Do you not remember? I think it was the
nearly.
Cotswolds. And I was saying, let's go watch Old. Yeah. And then everyone was like, no. And I was like, yeah, great idea. Great idea. I don't want to go over. No, it was the right decision.
4 tickets to Old, please.
No, there's just one of me. No, they haven't. They might come.
Gripe? Can I hear your gripe?
It's not good. It's
I'll decide.
It's one of those, but it's one of those gripes where there's not much to discuss. You're just gonna be like, yeah. I had a hype, but I forgot it. I might remember it after the gripe. My gripe is when, and this is my gripe on behalf of the bus driver. Don't look confused.
On behalf of the bus driver.
Yeah, but with me, my gripe is vicariously being annoyed for the bus driver. I'm empathizing with the bus driver. So this foreign concept to you, I know. Spits at them.
I have no empathy for bus drivers.
Well, just he's got a hatred for them, which I just don't know where it comes from. Throwing coins at them.
It's more the hatred of the busman's holiday and not misunderstanding that. That is more it.
Yeah, you know? Which I still don't think we've quite got, based on different feedback. It's when people like how being a bus driver could be. It's better than being a tube driver because you're out and about.
Yeah, I mean the pollution must be pretty lethal being a tube driver.
Yeah, well you get a lot of money for being a tube driver because there's a lot of you don't see sunlight,
and then people kill themselves. So you don't see sunlight, and then
I think if someone kills himself, you get full retirement. You're off.
I think it happens twice.
If it happens twice,
I think
that's bollocks.
Yeah,
that's so unfair.
What is it, you should? So what happens if you're a 21-year-old bus train driver? Someone kills.
God bless you, man. Good
and
luck.
And then you have a state full salary for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Do you think there's a film in kind of that character where he's like 21 years old, first day, someone kills themselves, and then he's got like a full pension? Is what he does with his life?
Yeah.
Or is he a character in something? I don't know.
Is he a character?
And it's called like
and it was
Train Dead.
Train.
No, I don't know.
Train. It could be a double entendre if he doesn't.
It's also called Old.
It's also old.
Old.
Well, hold on. Let's not quickly go off Train Dead briefly, just because if it's
what are you struggling with?
No, I'm not.
Okay, good.
I'm trying to make it work. Actually, I'm saying if the kind of arc is
it's M. Night Shyamalan directed it.
Obviously. It's like if the arc is that he thinks everything he wants was for someone to jump in front of his train so he can get a full pension, but when it happens, he
loses a meaning, a purpose.
He ends up in front of this massive TV with a bag of Cheetos, as everyone does in those films. So he's become brain dead. So train dead, and also someone died on his train.
What about train/brain dead?
Well, that's shit, isn't it? Well, that's honestly useless.
What about train dead, and then the subtitle is more like brain dead?
Right. That's now we're cooking.
That's the tag.
I hate this. It's reminded. I don't know why, but the Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Is it Secret Life?
Yeah, but this would be more like the sad life of Brian Spatula.
Right. Yeah.
The sad life of Brian Spatula.
Well, so it doesn't go well. But it's a tragedy. It's saying.
This doesn't sound very Shyamalan at the moment.
We need a twist.
We need a big twist.
He was the guy who jumped in front of the train.
Oh, so he killed this.
He got so rich. He got so rich from his TfL pension
that he went back in time.
He made a time machine.
Yeah.
He was the first person to afford a time machine.
Yeah.
And he killed himself by going back in time because he wanted to see himself for one more, see himself before all this stuff happened to him, and he slips on a banana peel, and then he's actually the one that caused it, and it's in this infinite loop. Now we can get Shyamalan.
That's pretty good.
Now we can get Shyamalan. The whole thing was an accident.
So that's Train Dead, more like Brain Dead.
Train Dead, more like Brain Dead.
What was your gripe?
I don't know.
No, it was bus driver.
Yeah, bus drivers. Hail to the bus driver, bus driver, bus driver.
Hail to the bus driver, bus driver. Hail to the bus driver, bus driver. All hail the bus driver, nice, leading.
Don't do the fucking... I've never really thought that. That's really funny. Just a bunch of Hitler Youth doing that.
Bus driving.
Hail to the bus driver.
Bus drivers. When the thing that would slightly better than being a tube driver.
Agreed.
But so the thing that would drive me absolutely gollywob.
They are always miserable, bus drivers.
Yeah, and I think this is why the dings for the stop, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's so.
Yeah,
and
rude.
So my gripe, and you'll be someone who does this, just accidentally, is when someone dings for the bus to stop when it already says bus is stopping.
No, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm pretty good.
Maybe. It's a gripe nonetheless, because sometimes, you get 3 dings, MFs ain't looking at that sign when they should be.
I guess there's a Wallace and Gromit feeling to the dings. Do you know?
I understand.
Do you know?
I understand the joy. Yeah.
There's like it's more. I understand why it's annoying. Is there's like he's pressed a button and he's demanding his breakfast.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it feels like. It's like ding ding. Now you're.
So I guess in this situation we're
come on.
So we're Wallace and the bus driver's Gromit, because Gromit's the guy who's got to prepare his like Wensleydale and stuff and the carrots, all that shit. Yeah. No, I get that, and it's quite ding 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 ding. It's quite quaint, I think, as well.
Yeah.
In the world of in the digitalized world,
Yeah.
What's wrong with a button and a bell?
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you're saying it is broke, and
I'm
we should
saying
fix
it is, and we should immediately fix it. Just for the bus driver's sanity. If we have any bus drivers that listen to this,
unlikely,
which is a real shame.
It's a shame.
We're not men of the people, which is a real shame, but it's true. If there are any bus drivers listening, on the off chance, comment and firstly say hi, I'm a bus driver, and secondly say what you think about the bells, because I always think that must be a fucking nightmare. Just the ding, ding, ding. I
completely agree.
All day. It was like, I'm stopping.
There's a and it's sat at the table. It's why you shouldn't, when you're waiting for your food, get your knife and fork and bang it like that.
We want food.
Yeah.
We want food.
I forgot someone told me that was rude.
Probably your mum.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't.
It might have even been me.
But it's more like
back in the day.
To me, I was still like, I mean, bagging off. That's like.
Someone told you were joking.
I don't think I was doing it. I think they just
What's
said, just don't do that. That's actually like considered quite rude.
If you're going... To
me, I was like, that's sort of like innate. Like, you can't just... Me want food.
If your girlfriend's saying
that's quite rude to people.
If your girlfriend's warning you not to do that when you're going out for dinner with her family for the first time, it suggests she's got quite a low opinion of you. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that doesn't need to be pointed out. It's not like when you go to a really posh place, go from the outside in like this. I only know this from films.
Don't get the knife and fork and bang them on the table and say, me want food.
Because they'll think that's really not on.
Well, this is like the debutante ball.
Yeah, so that's my gripe. I suppose that a lot of my gripes have passed. We haven't actually had a gripe disagreement.
Do you think you're growing? Yeah, they're passing. Definitely.
There's very few that haven't passed.
Stopped. Yeah.
No one has done that. Gone through all the gripes. Yeah. We asked someone to go through and then put all the gripes into one document, all the ones that have made it, and then the ones that haven't made it. Then we could rank the gripes, but no one's doing it.
And maybe crunch them into a data, maybe pie chart.
Yeah, we called to
the
pie chart.
Yeah.
Maybe even a histogram.
Yeah.
Histogram. I never understood those.
What is histogram?
Well, it was one of the further maths. You know, when the further maths people came in and they were like, fucking bunch of losers. Then they came in with like histograms.
And then discrete maths. Do you remember
what?
That? Or is it discrete maths?
What's that?
True maths.
What's that?
Like they'd have like one of their classes would be called something maths. And I was like, I knew so little about maths.
100% not discrete.
Changed my view about maths. Discrete.
Not discrete.
Do you know what I mean?
Acute?
No, it's like true. No, discrete maths, I think.
I'm going to look this up because it's one, like, if you've made it up, it's pretty funny.
It's worth looking up.
Could be that...
everyone is saying, thank God he's looking this up.
Yeah, they're like, wow. Oh, my God. Do you... hold on. Discrete maths.
Yeah. These guys don't know.
They don't know.
They got time.
They don't know.
They got all the time in the world.
They don't even know what maths is. Okay, looking pretty good.
Discrete maths?
It's a field of study.
So like Cowley would do discrete maths?
I knew Cowley would. I knew it was Matt doing it.
Yeah, I think like the further maths, one of the courses that they'd always talk about. Mate, have you done that discrete maths paper? It's statistics, discrete maths, and I didn't understand.
And then we would come into that. No, but we've done the obnoxious one, and then they didn't
like that.
They didn't like that.
Yeah.
Discrete mathematics is the study of mathematical structures that can be considered discrete. No shit.
Well, so is that just sort of like not?
I don't know. It was going to go on. We've learned nothing yet. That was my point. You can't just be. I've just said the name. And you're going. So what is that like? You know what?
Me want answer now.
They can be discrete brackets in a way analogous to discrete variables having a bijection with the set of natural numbers. So what discrete maths is we don't understand the very basic concept enough to understand what that meant.
Yeah, and
so
that's what I was saying. That was my point.
Yeah, we're nowhere near it.
Do you want to talk about the general election? Because annoyingly,
Yeah, let's do the general.
Because we do have bad luck with as soon as we record a podcast, some news event happens.
Rishi Sunak.
Can we have a quick check that nothing's just happened right now? No,
I did get a notification actually, a BBC News one nonetheless.
Because the big one was we missed January 6th.
Yeah,
that January 6th happened straight after.
That was a disaster.
Yeah.
That was on the day of the podcast, wasn't it? Fuck's sake, yeah. Ex-Scottish Health Secretary Michael Matheson given record ban and salary withdrawn for 54 days after racking up £11,000 iPad bill. The iPad bill was quite funny. That was from data roaming.
What was that? What? Oh,
I think it was his kids.
What is it? Government mental expenses?
Yeah.
But you can see that happening with kids using that, but that being a BBC News notification, that's just so annoying.
Yeah.
I forgive him £11,000 though. That's actually in the big scheme of things.
Run up by his children. I'd be like, who cares?
But we need a lot more money to say. Like, I don't know if anyone's gone hungry because of that money.
Yeah, no, I agree. Wait, what was the fine?
Even though it is taxpayers' money.
What?
Yeah. Paying for his
what
kids
was the fine? It was a record ban from a record ban from Parliament.
A record ban.
So he can't spin his tracks.
It's good, clean fun.
That is really good. Clip it. Clip it. It's so not indicative of the rest of the podcast as well. It's not that slick. Hold on. I want to know. This is unfair. His kids did it. Maybe he failed to report it or something. Have agreed to ban him from Parliament. He is to be banned from Holyrood.
Scottish Parliament.
Holyrood. Yeah. For 27 sitting days and will have his salary withdrawn for 54 days.
Well, the main thing is just the humiliation of the news notification. That's the real punishment.
It is. Enough on that.
I forgive him.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It depends. If he came back and was like, guys, I fucked it. Kids were on the laptop, didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
11 grand.
Downloading
child pornography. They'll be like, it was my kids. So for them, it's normal pornography.
Right?
That's the law, isn't it? No, we're not doing any more on paedophiles or incest.
No.
But what we are going to do is do some good
political
old-fashioned
Well, the general election's here, so should we should we become more have I got news for you-y, sort of private eye? Pithy, topical, wry. About the Tories. Yeah.
Well, Rishi's announcement couldn't have been any more successful.
Yeah, brilliant announcement. To be honest, that summed up how he's been running the country. Brilliant.
Yeah, I think it
was funny.
It was hilarious. For those who don't know.
Yeah.
And people won't know this. Yeah. The UK is called a general election. It's quick, isn't it? 6 weeks.
Quick.
6 bloody weeks.
Which people have said I guess people have been wondering why he chose it now. People are saying it's because it's not clear why he's chosen it. Because he's clearly going to lose. So I guess, is he getting it over and done with?
I think...
Stop Farage getting involved?
My theory is Rwanda. Kind of.
What?
So the UK...
They have elephant problems as well. They're about to send 20,000.
I think he wants the elephants. I think he's trying to litter...
The Botswana scheme. Don't you mean Rwanda?
If I lose, then set 1,000 elephants on Hyde Park. No, I think it's... So basically, the Rwanda scheme, which for those who don't know, in other countries...
Is a sort of cartoonishly
Is a cartoon,
scheme.
yeah. It's like...
Well, we have they're trying to deal with an immigrant crisis, so they're going to send them to Rwanda.
It's like the first idea you have, and then you cross it out. Yeah. No, so it's like they're sending people to Rwanda who come here illegally. They're asylum seekers as well. So that is their flagship policy.
And they get held in as purgatory on this prison barge that looks like it was designed by the Fire Nation.
Yeah, some have. Yeah, the Fire Nation.
So it's all like, it's very... I respect the cartoonish evilness.
Yeah.
Just like no covering up.
There's no hiding behind cloaks and daggers. It's very much like,
on a prison ship on Rwanda.
Where are the asylum seekers? They're on the prison barge.
Waiting to be
sent to Rwanda. Yeah? Happy? Can we move on to the next question, please? No. So they're doing that, and it's like their flagship policy. It's the one that everyone's talking about. It's their biggest policy, right?
Which is humiliating.
Yes, but hold on.
Yeah.
So that no one's taken off on a plane yet, and there's been protests around it a lot, but there's a bit of success in it. There's a few other countries, I can't remember who are like going to do the same thing. Maybe not to Rwanda, but to use that as a deterrent for immigrants coming over, saying we're going to just ship them off to a different country.
Yeah.
So there has been a bit of an uptick in people being like, oh shit, people are actually considering this as a genuine idea, right?
Okay.
So that is the best bump he's probably going to get for a bit.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that in 6 weeks' time, it means that there will be 0 flights will take off to Rwanda. So that means he will never be able to be judged about how successful the Rwanda thing was, because there's not going to be a single flight taken off.
Yeah.
So I think it's a perfect time if you're panicking about your flagship policy. You have a chance when I think it's like, not Italy. It's like a European country have gone like, we're going to do that as well. And a few others have said that they might. That's a little uptick, and then it's gone, well, great. If we call the election now, that's the best our popularity is going to get. And then we're not. If Rwanda goes terribly, then we've got no chance.
So he stood outside Downing Street, announced this election that he's been touted to lose heavily, was pouring with rain. It did seem weird that he stayed out there.
So there was
his suit was truly sodden.
I think I've seen announcements from Downing Street in the rain before, right?
Yeah, and I don't remember
this
them ever.
This is London.
I don't remember them.
I remember there being something to block the rain from
Mary Poppins.
From the prime Mary. It was Mary Poppins.
Where was she?
Clicking her heels and thought she'd get higher, and then he'd walk out.
But because of her hatred of the Rwanda policy.
Yeah. Well, because
she's been sent to
because
play
of
Rwanda.
spending cuts. We can't afford Poppins anymore. And now our Prime Minister's sodden. Can't even afford Poppins.
I hate a wet PM. Don't you?
Yeah, hey, soggy PM. Oh, soggy Rishi. Disgraceful.
He was one of the wettest men I've seen in a suit.
Yeah. So was there? I'd need to see some more analysis of it, because was it
a high millimeter of rain, much more so than usual?
Well,
was it heavy droplets?
Was it? Look, it looked rainy, but rain's rain in my book.
Yeah.
Britain's Britain and rain's rain.
Yeah.
But he can call that whenever he wants. It's obviously a massive moment.
Yeah.
He's chosen to call it at the moment. Was there sunshine then rain? Did he step out and then it started raining? Because I think that's the only excuse. Because then you have to delay it, or you say, actually, we'll do this tomorrow, guys.
Or you get like a colourful folder and you hold it above your head.
That would be good.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know when you see teachers in they often have a folder
and like a bit hunched over. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, like a yellow folder. Kind of embarrassing. Like, there's nothing important in there, is there? Well, he is shielding
we could
it
use
for the
red
rain.
things.
I was going to say the red briefcase. So he announced it in the rain,
then the music was playing, because people are getting more and more confident of harassing Downing Street in recent times. I think it's a dissolution of the integrity of public services, right? That people are. There seems to be a lot more people blasting music.
There's a lot more respect for the office.
People realise that they can sort of blast whatever
you can
they
kind
want.
of do what you want, yeah.
People realise that the consequences are actually that bad.
Because it's like, under freedom of speech,
You got a couple of bobbies saying, right, you better stop that right now.
Yeah, no.
And they're like, what are you going to fucking do about it?
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, you've just summed up the culture war, I suppose.
Yeah, God, very prescient. To be honest, for the next 6 weeks, it's going to be unbelievably prescient.
We're only going to cover the election in the next 6 weeks. Forget gripes. There's going to be nothing about bus drivers, nothing about paedophiles.
This is all battle stations, Jerry.
About poo. This is purely culture and significant political discourse.
Yeah. So they were blasting on speakers, "Things Will Only Get Better,"
which
was the 1997 Labour song.
So it's the Labour song, so it's a big FU. So Rishi announced election. He's definitely going to lose in soaking rain with the last time Labour won song going off in the background. It's crazy that's the last time Labour won.
Yeah, and this is also like people are getting cocky, slagging off the Tories, right, and saying like how fucked the Tories are. But it's almost like, have they been in power? Maybe that's one of the longest stints in power of any government ever.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they're fucked, but I wouldn't be super cocky. It'd be more like you should have got them out fucking 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, agreed.
Do you know what I mean?
What are you going to do?
Get them out 10 years ago?
Yeah, but it's a pretty poor platform to run for this election.
I'm going to get them out 10 years ago.
It's an absolute sitter of an election. And you go, yeah, we probably should have got them out 10 years ago. It's actually on us, all of this.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd just do it with a bit, maybe,
Which is why, and you're not going to be the best politician. No. Which we need to improve on in some ways. Who's your money on?
My money's on Keir Starmer.
The potato farmer.
Yeah. But Jacob Rees-Mogg's opinion on the rain thing was that he said Rishi showed a great sign of British stoicism. He saw it as like a victory for British stoicism. Does he have brain damage?
Wait, is Mog a Sunak guy? Is he still in the inner circle?
I think so.
Is he a minister?
I mean, he's more like a walking meme, and he just sort of like, what's the...
Well, if there's anyone that's a cartoon villain.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the first.
I mean, yeah, the idea of, I guess, you know,
Jacob
doing
Rees
speech...
feral hog.
I wouldn't mind to hunt him from a helicopter.
This is the kind of political content you're going to be getting.
You're going to have two Ian Hislops going at it, basically.
Who aren't as good at being Ian Hislop as Ian Hislop.
Do you have anything more on the general election? Oh, there's national service.
Yeah, well, no, let's do that something.
Let's do something.
I just want to see... let's do something. I was about to look up if Rees-Mogg was a minister, but I've realised it's
I think you're getting a bit trigger happy with...
I told you I'm Googling too many things last episode.
Maybe we have to pass it through the council to see if you're allowed to look it up.
That's fair. What, the Patreon?
No, me.
Okay, yeah. When you say pass it through the council, it's like, you know, go for the dictator.
Yes, yeah.
The council of one is a council of evil.
National service.
What's national service?
So I guess there's national services in lots of countries around the world. South Korea, Israel, where out of school you have to do a year of basically, it was our Wednesday afternoons. Yeah. Where it's like you either join the army or recycle. Kind of, yeah.
It kind of is,
or look
it's
up,
like community
or be
betterment.
Best friends with an old person.
It's community betterment, isn't it? It's like, because it's in Parasite, isn't it? There's the guy who goes off to national service.
And I guess it's
quite military-based most of the time.
If you're Rishi Sunak, I would be like pulling out the maddest policies ever, just in the off chance that it's like, wow, seems like he's going to have such an explosive...
Yeah. Bring back national service. It is a gimmick, isn't it?
Yeah.
What? I don't...
But we have talked about, you know... I don't know, for young people just having things that like, it would be nice to, weirdly, it would be nice to have something to collectively whinge about. I think that would bring us together.
Yeah.
Do you know, this is a crazy take, but part of me is like, if all of us were forced to do army training, I think we'd all hate it, but we would talk more.
Right.
We'd all be complaining.
Need a bit
Do you know what I mean?
Wait, we'd all be complaining during it or after it? Just forever?
Yeah, forever.
Yeah, do you remember the year of national service we had to do? Yeah. It's definitely binding.
I mean, CCF, we didn't enjoy it, but we talk about it all the time.
Let's just check. There's a news notification. There's loads. Donald Trump's fate in his historic criminal trial is now in the hands of 12. Oh, it's the jury begin deliberating.
Okay.
I bet they're going to fucking do it in the next hour.
Yeah.
I know. It's 100% binding.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it's binding as a nation. I see.
But it's probably not great tactics. Like try and make life more shit so you kind of have more to talk about and whinge about. Give whinge policies.
When politics is like at its lowest and like and kind of the faith in the nation is at its lowest, it's tough to tell all the young people to like do something for your nation.
Yeah.
What's the nation done for us?
Well, what about I do like the idea of like force people to do something, everyone to do something.
Like gardening.
I don't know what is the thing.
Maybe
lawn. It doesn't have to be.
Maybe you have to just like keep your house tidy.
What is the thing that we're all forced to do?
Help ladies and it has like the street.
Yeah, or like it has a
cats.
big name and it sums up a generation.
Community service.
That's already been taken. I think that's been used before. I'd want.
You want me to come up with a new name?
Yeah, or it'd be something like
society help.
What
it's
about
society and help?
A big Takeshi's Castle style thing for our generation. It's sort of like you train all year for it, and then. Like there's some sort of reward scheme.
A bit like Total Wipeout.
That's
Richard Hammond could present it.
I guess you could televise it. That'd be a good entertainment.
So what?
So it'd be like 19-year-olds.
This is not
the year before
anymore.
uni.
You have to do an assault course.
Yeah, but everyone has to do it. So it's a great equalizer.
That's just fun, though.
Yeah.
There needs to be some. There needs to be some aspect of toiling in the fields.
No, but it's exercise because you have to. You're doing assault course all the time.
Yeah, but they're just gonna in Total Wipeout. You just fall off. You know.
Yeah, we had to go again.
You don't have to go from the start if you fall off.
No, but you're like practicing all year. It's sort of like army training.
So then, it's like a competition. I think that might.
Maybe that's not a great equalizer.
Yeah. I think it's like helping Doris down at the potato stand.
No, but you can't. But there's too many people.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, the potato stand doesn't exist. Doris died.
Doris died a while ago. Yeah.
And I just don't know if. Can we make everyone help Doris down at the potato stand? Yeah, there's a lot of young people.
Obviously, not just Doris's potato stand.
We're
Paul's
talking
radish stand. Johnny's pea stand. Muriel's bean stand.
My grandma was a market seller. So it's Doreen.
Shut up about
Doreen at the lettuce stand.
Doreen at the lettuce stand. Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, exactly. And look, your dad did national service in that way, and look where he is now.
It's true. Boiling beetroot. He doesn't shut up about it. So,
yeah. Well, no, yeah. I could see some. I could see some merit in it if it wasn't like the military. Is that the main thing?
But I guess World War III is maybe coming, so you probably should have some people who can...
We probably should have some armed forces.
More like we should have everyone should know base level kung fu.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Or like Tai Chi.
Yeah, but I guess can we teach people to be more effective?
How about we teach people to love?
No.
How about that national service? How about we teach them to love others and themselves in a way that's... Well, you're not going to get on very well with the national service enforcers.
I think we need to subtly teach people how to defend themselves and fight, but I do understand the militaristic stuff. Maybe we're not in the state as a nation where we can ask people to put on the flag and wear camo. So I think Tai Chi, Kung Fu.
How about everyone has to learn how to do a podcast?
Well, that's basically already.
Basically, what we already have that, don't we? Fucking everyone who's done got a podcast. Who gave these two pricks a mic? We did. We should make podcast
equipment more expensive is an interesting one. So only the rich should be able to.
Yeah.
That's what they're actually saying by that.
Well, we should make podcast equipment more expensive, yeah.
But that's actually just pricing out working class people into the podcast game.
Exactly what it is.
So
think before you comment. Because they hurt. It really hurt.
Which one hurts your feelings the most when people slag off?
Someone DM'd me about the sketch we've just posted today, and it just made me laugh because it was really nice. They were complimenting, but it was just slightly off. They were like, mate, honestly, that performance in there was like BAFTA level. And I was like, not Oscars or the Golden Globes, just got to BAFTA. I just thought BAFTA was a music because it was a very
daytime
honest.
BAFTA.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for like reality television.
Yeah, it was weirdly
It was
specific.
like BAFTA was like, you know, Oscar worthy is what you say.
Yeah,
BAFTA's like, you've thought about Oscar and gone, let's not be ridiculous here.
Oh, by the way, the sketch that we posted today, Estate Agent Gay Lifestyle. We talked on the this is for patrons because people won't who are not.
Did we not say it on the main?
No, this is because we called the patron episode "Estate Agent Gay Lifestyle."
So
we did talk about the main. We talked about we're going to talk about in the Patreon.
Yeah, and for we
so
riffed.
You had a note.
I had a note in my phone saying "Estate Agent Gay Lifestyle," and I then brought it up as a podcast on a bit. Like, isn't it ridiculous when you can't remember what your notes are?
And I was like, I'm sure that's going to do well. And that sounds like a terrible idea. And then
a week later, that's what it is. It's the next Estate Agent.
It is Estate Agent Gay Lifestyle.
Estate Agent Gay Lifestyle.
So please go on our social media pages
and click on it and share. And what is funny about that is we're moving house, so we're going on flat bookings, and you know people are pretty fucking. Everyone nowadays, you can't move into the flat. You can't move into a flat without them knowing about your bum health. You know, they got to know. How's your bum health?
How's your bum health?
What's your mother's middle name? What's under your bed?
Answer the bum health one first.
No, that's the worst one. But you've got to answer loads of questions. So I wouldn't be surprised if they look you up online, and that's the last thing.
Do you think?
Yeah,
I think they would. Is that
not far off?
Yeah. Well, that's prescient note to leave.
Two prescients in one pod.
Do you have any final thoughts?
When the weather is toughest at dawn, the ships will sail over, and that will be redeemeth upon the future of our husbandry.
Thank thine. For thee.
And to you and thus.